creating a 3D desk organizer today in Tinkercad. And when you log into Tinkercad, you will be asked for a nickname and a class code. Your nickname is your first name, lowercase letters, and the class code is something that I will be projecting on the display board for you. So once you are into this website, you can actually use any shape to create a 3D, desk organizer. It depends on your idea, but I'm going to show you a very basic tutorial to create a very, something which you may have also seen in the office spaces and all. A desk organizer is a little, kind of a product which is used to keep your stationery items organized, like pens, pencils, and erasers, and sticky notes, and stuff like that. So I'm going to be using a cylinder as the first shape, and I want to just make it a little bigger so that I have clarity on what I'm doing. And let's say this is 82, so I will have to also change this to 82 to be a proper cylindrical shape. So it has to be the same diameter from all the sides, right, from both sides. So this is here, and I do not want the entire cylindrical shape. I only want a quadrant. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use another shape to cut through that quadrant. So I'm going to take this shape, and you can always view it from the top. It's always better, but I am just going to change the measurements of this so that I have clarity. Not really, I mean, it's 50 is much better because I only want to cut through the right part of it. And from this side, I'm going to make it the entire diameter, which was 82, so I will just take this as 90. Okay, and then I view it from the top, and I will place it right in the middle. Okay, here I want to cut it as a semicircle, and then what I'm gonna do is increase the height of it. Okay, and then I'm going to use this black triangle to push this down through the cylinder so that it's really passing through the cylinder in half. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to turn this red shape into a transparent shape. So I can do it using this gray hole icon here. So I'll just use that option. And once this is a transparent box, then I'm going to just drag the mouse over these two shapes to select both of them together. And I'm going to use the group icon here to group them so that the cylinder is cut in half. Okay, and then I want to further do the same because I only want a quadrant shape, and I'll show you why. So right in the middle here, I'm going to use this and make it 40 here, and over here also somewhat like 60 or something, right? And it's not at the right place. I'm going to just move it aside, but I will view it from the top later and increase the height of it. And I want to see it from the top if it is um, no, it's not really, like if you see here, this is not really right. So I'm going to move it here, and this is the top view, look, which is looking like this. So this is my middle point, and this is at the right place. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is just use the black triangle, and I'm gonna push this through. Okay, and once I'm done, I will make it transparent using the whole option, and then select them together by dragging my mouse over both the shapes and using the group icon. So I will get a quadrant like that. Okay, so I've got a quadrant. What I'm now going to do is just make it straight, like make it stand up. So I'm going to click on this, and using this rotate option, I'm just going to turn it to 90 degrees. Okay, so here is my 90 degrees, and this is now standing up. Okay, so I've got the basic shape. Now what I'm going to do is just push it up so that it is right on the work plane, and it's not really somewhere below the workspace. And I am going to adjust the measurements too. It's 20 this side, so I should work with something like maybe 60. Yeah, and rest of it looks, I think, fine, but I think this could also be better, so I'll change it to, let's say, 45. Yeah, okay. Now all I have to do is just create sections in this shape to keep my sticky notes and other places, pencils and pens and stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to same way again use any other shape. I'm going to use this one over here, okay, and place it at the right place. um, this one should be around 15 probably. Okay, or maybe somewhat around 12. Yeah, and then from this side I would want it to be 40. Should be, I think, 55. It's too much. So yeah, just look at it and see how it looks like. Has It doesn't have to be accurate, but then has to be in the right place. So now even if you look, it's just very little distance out here, but it's too much out there. Okay, so it's better to just make it, let's say if this was 60, this could be somewhat like 57 or something, right? So I'm gonna turn it to 57. Yeah, and I think that looks okay. Maybe I should move it to the side, or maybe I should change it to 56. Yeah, that's better, right? So now it's proportionate from all the sides. Over here also I can just do a little bit of adjustment by making it 13, so that it's not really, it has a good boundary, right? Now this is properly done, and I'm going to also change the height of it. So if this height is 46, I think this should be around 43 or 42 or something like that. Okay, and then what you have to do, you just have to use the black triangle and push the shape right through in. Okay, you can even see from the dotted lines sorry, you can even see from the dotted lines where the shape is actually. Okay, so I think I can still just change the height, make it bigger, and then use the black triangle to push it right through here. I think this much is okay. Okay, now I am going to just use this icon here to make it transparent, and then I am going to drag my mouse over both the shapes and group these two, right? So I have created a section out here so that I can actually place my pencils, pens, and other stationery items in there. Now I can just same way use the same shape and sort of create a section on to put a sticky note or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to just push it right here. Okay, I can change the measurements of this if I want, and I can in fact rotate it a little bit. Okay, if you want, but if this looks okay, then probably it's gonna be just okay. If you still wanna just change the shapes, you can just rotate it. Okay, right, and then I'm just gonna push this down a bit like that, but please make sure that it is not really interfering with the other section like this. See, it is interfering with that section which you do not want. So yeah, so maybe cut it in a way that it is placed at the right place. Okay, or maybe move it a little bit down and then try to push it through, not interfering with the other section that has been already created. So once you are done with this, yeah, you can actually turn this into a hole, and then select both the shapes together by dragging your mouse over and grouping this. Yeah, so you would have created this kind of a shape where you can actually place your sticky notes or something like that. Okay, and same way over here I'm going to place one more box, and you can actually create as many sections as you want and change them, change the angles of them, and see what really uh, makes it into a right section. So I'm going to push this through, but this is, yeah, like that maybe. Yeah, whole, and then select both of them and group them together. Okay, so you would have place to keep your other options, and you can actually make more sections. You can actually attach a little box over here, at the side, or add some designs or something like that. You can in fact keep things into it, like if you go here in the search, you can look for, let's say, sticky notes. So I've got this sticky note, and if I want to place the sticky note here, just to show a kind of place where I'm keeping my things, so I can have this. Okay, change the shape and the height and everything. Doesn't have to be exactly accurate, but just has to fit the right place. And I may want to just turn it around using the rotate, and maybe I want to place it over here somewhere just to show where my things are. You can even look for some pencils from here. Yeah, you've got these pencils and you can actually place them where you want. Should look like something like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be an exact copy of it, but when I created this, it did take some time, because you have to create these sections. You might want to add some designs and may want to add a little box on the left just to keep other things. So you can even write your own name on the top of this box. So I mean, this is just a sample. You can even create something more complicated, but try and follow the video and create something which is original, which is your own creative idea.